Hello, I'm back once again, and I know it's a different day, and I did say it on Wednesday. I should have probably put it in Discord as well, but you can join via !mark Discord and Twitch chat, or just descriptions and channels. But yeah, because I promised myself that instead of canceling streams, I would move them, and so I moved this last stream on Friday. I moved it to today. So yeah, it's gonna be some more Stormworks, and it's gonna be more working on the plane because plane big, plane needs to fly. All that bullshit. Also with Obsidian Blade 266 as per usual. I have returned.
Him.
And also, I worked on a car again today.
I see.
And I thought, after making the passenger side window function again, because it's a normal wind-up window, it's a old school, I guess, wind-up window, which it's a manual one. You have to crank it to make it go up. Cars these days just come stock with switches.
I see.
Like no modern car has windows you have to crank up or down. It's kind of a disappointment. It's supposed to because it does show some strength, especially if they get stuck over time because of gunk, wear. So after getting that moving, I thought, let's go work on the windshield washers. See if I can get them to work. So after filling up 2 tires, and then legit, it has a bike valve. IM4444C. But every time that reservoir, which with your windshield washer fluid, is pressurized by usually your engine does it, you don't have to worry about it. This car, because it's old, doesn't do it that way. You have to pressurize it yourself with it has the valve of a bicycle pump. Like for all those Dutch viewers out there, your bike has this. There's a great chance your bike has the same valves as the windshield washer reservoir on my old car, which on one hand is a bit dumb, on the other it is smart, but it does say max 3 bar. Obviously, you're not going to pressurize it all the way. Nice. But after so I filled it up with a little bit of water, just some water from a bottle we've bought, mineral water. And then I applied the pressure to it. First of all, I didn't put the cap on enough, so that was a little bit of a problem, but that was easily solved. After that, I tried to push the button to test it, because it's old Volkswagen and the way you're supposed to operate it is kind of weird. Oh, it's set at 171. Ah.
Can it still go backwards?
I think not as well anymore. But the problem that I faced was kind of weird, because what happened was after pushing the button is sort of a combination knob of a twist to turn the wipers on, and after you've turned the wipers on, does it... Hold on, then I have to check. Guys, you need to see your stream.
I don't know. You have it open.
Oh, I need to go to that one. Ooh, that's not bad.
Been playing this game yesterday and today,
Yeah.
and I figured it out. I changed my controls a little bit, and now I figured it out. I'm still terrible, but I'm better. Also, I got myself the speedy one because speed.
Yeah. But where I want to go with my story is the fact that after pushing the button, it first only pissed out a little bit under low pressure because apparently it didn't have enough pressure yet. Which, okay. Yeah, that is Stormworks. Which I guess is not too bad, but then I thought, well, if I press the button, it does spray a little bit, so I guess if I press the button, it should make it work, right? It should allow it to operate even better if you keep pushing fluid through. So I did that. Then I said to my dad, well, at least the system is working. At least that's something that's working. I should not have said that. I kind of jinxed it. Because after, like, a couple of seconds, I was hearing water. And all the water that I put in with, which is not a lot, decided to come out again. Because apparently one of the lines had burst. Or the singular line had burst somewhere. So now I had a bunch of water dripping into the car. Yeah, it is kind of slow. It is not a fast plane. Do I have airspeed here? Yeah, we're going 50 meters per second here. It is two-engined, massive. And it's somehow quite easy to land. I have to just down the prop pitch to like a little bit. But I feel like oh, we're gonna crash down. Woohoo. Did I break some wheels? Probably. Well, like the altitude hold now wants to go up, but these, they don't do anything. I should probably put them on this. Let's reset the prop pitch. I could probably add more props to it. Also, I made it steer from the front with the yaw. The yaw function, the yaw, you can use the yaw to turn the plane. They are connected to each other. But I mean, it's slow, it's wide, and it's quite heavy, and the wings don't really have a lot of control. Will the probably upload this. I could probably upload the entire thing to the workshop. What is? Alright, we're near the hangar, so we're gonna do this all the way down. We're gonna slam on the brakes. And we're gonna try and turn this. We're gonna try and turn. This is as wide, I think almost as wide as you can get it. So a little bit more. Try and pitch up a little bit more. Yeah, because these engines are quite wide, but they are flat 3x3 engines. There we go. Because yeah, the engines are flat, and I left this bottom free for some ventilation. Yeah, they are. How many pistons do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 pistons, I guess. Yeah, 4 pistons. They're flat 8s. Let's see if I add just more props to it. Will that work? Probably not. Let's see. Let's get the altitude hold. Where does it go? It goes to here. What is the output? And then let's grab the stabilized pitch. Goes into there. And this one is the exit from this. And then it goes into these two. So let's see if this works. Let's see if adding a tiny little bit of a... What? Oh yeah, I forgot that this plane does not like existing. Because it has like a bajillion different bodies from all the doors that I'm using. Alright, we have this one. Now we're going to get the RPS up. And brake on, and do need a indicator for those brakes. And then let them go. Oh, it's a lot. It is. I think it's faster now. Only a little bit. Alright, let's put this up to 110. Off. Shit. Woohoo! That was close. Whew. That was really close. All I've done is I've made an... Right, target altitude is gonna be... If I stabilize myself a little bit... It's gonna be like... Just... plain do Cobra, but... Like, the altitude hold, adding to the stabilize stuff just makes it do that. But it is faster, and also the roll basically does nothing. But it will do a flip. Right, pull, 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 pull. Yaw, I guess. Well, this plane is... Oh yeah, I forgot it does that. Yeah, the doors do that. Every time you make a couple of maneuvers, the doors kind of break.
Wait, am I in the wrong spot?
They're kind of too heavy for... Apparently 2 locks.
No, I'm not.
If I pitch down now... I have 2 sliding tracks to lock them in place. One at the top, one at the side. And it still behaves like this. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, and gently touch the ground. Because we're gonna slow down a lot, and I gently want to touch the ground here. Oof, we are tilted. And slam on the brake. And we're down. And reset. If I turn this on, it now it wants to go up. So, huh. Hold on. If I put the pitch all the way up, it wants to go You release the brakes and it starts rolling away. Oh, I know what's happening. I know what's happening. It also thinks there are 3 bodies. For some reason, it thinks that these 2 doors here, which are quite massive, it thinks those are entirely different vehicles. The reason they are like this is so the plane can load stuff in the back. So this area can actually be utilized. But I also realized my problem. Yes. No, wait. Does this one have a function in it? That does it? No. This one does not have a function in it. So that means that I want to twist this one around. Is that the way it goes? No, that's how it goes. And so it's the question which button to use. There we go. But like these engines I've made, they're flat 8s. I don't know how I would upload these to the workshop. Do I do it with just the engines or do I do the entire plane? Because engines are quite powerful. I'm going...
Wait,
yeah,
I was the MVP this round? Damn.
I could technically just do this and then pull it all the way back and have just engine. Like, this is the entire unit. I guess... Copy. First, I'm going to save this. So I guess just clear vehicle, paste... I guess not. I also have to figure out how to do this. You copy the grid. I guess you save plane engine. Save. And then I guess I can just say plane it. What is that image? What? What? What is this? Usually it's small, but no, it's big. Yes, they zoomed the engine. I guess I can then take away the housing and just... Wait, what is the logic here? Yeah. Yeah, it has that. One is a way to control it, yes. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of as much as possible to just leave it as a bare engine instead of just here have this housing around it. Yes, for some reason, this little bit of cooling does the job. I mean, it is a plane, so it does have a lot of air pushing through. There we go, that's pretty much... I'm gonna keep that on there. That is pretty much the entire engine naked. We're gonna save this. Now it's probably back to normal. Yeah, it is. And I guess workshop, upload new vehicle, enter name here. Plane engine flat 8 3x3. It's gonna be air for an air type vehicle. Delivery, I guess exploration. Well, it doesn't really have anything. Mechanical, it's very technical, yes. It is a sub-assembly kind of. All right, it is almost uploaded. Almost. Come on, you can do it. There it is. It's uploaded to the workshop now. That's just one of those engines. There are two of them on the plane. Bush person. I think I'm using the same logo as well on Steam. So
Yes, you are.
yeah. So just look for the profile picture I use everywhere because I don't really have another one. Yeah, basically the result of me trying to operate the trying to see if the windshield washer is still working, is the car pissed itself on the interior. The line broke, like, on the interior, pissing all over the electronics.
How does this one deal with snipers?
Well, you could deploy a spy. What is happening?
How do you deal with sniper when you are a fighter jet?
My plane is doing backflips.
Don't worry, it was going backwards last time, it's fine.
No, it is doing backflips. Like, actively backflipping. Why do I have to reconnect them do I have to reconnect this line? To make it show that, well, you're in disorientation now? I'm trying to see if adding some control to it works. Unless my entire thing lags because of that. Let's go up to the plane. Open the door into the cockpit. Yeah, this is... Yeah, that is inverted now. So... How? Why? When? If? What? These have to be like this. That's just how they're supposed to be.
Also, Shu, you know what you did with your character in this game?
What?
I've seen surprisingly little people do stuff like that. People actually just try to make characters in this game.
How boring.
I was kind of correct about the never seeing men, though. I've seen like 3 men over 2 days of playing this game.
Yeah. Jim, the power of titties is strong.
Where the fuck?
But also, you give me a character creator, and I'm gonna be laughing my ass off for the next half hour because I'm making a character that's an abomination. Sliders go all the way.
Fair.
Sliders are supposed to go all the way to make it look as ugly as possible because that's how it's supposed to work. Alright, I should be able to now pretty much... If I do this... Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, I'm used to using blocks and I'm not really that good at programming, so I just use... It's just the way I work, honestly. Otherwise, I'm gonna get utterly confused. And... yeah. Although I should try to work with Lou a little bit more because the possibilities are better, but... Right now, everything should be fully inverted. It is pitch control, so what I then have to do is grab this and make it point backwards so it reads inverted numbers. And that is how you solve the problem of help one of my input is inverted. By making it overcomplicated. Isn't it how the Germans do it?
How did I assist someone killing someone? I'm flying to deliver a key.
Alright, let go of the brake. Aim up. Then you want to set this to... I guess that. That did not change anything. And what if we put it all the way down? Yeah, then it wants to do that, so apparently I'm just gonna have to slap an inverter onto it.
Fair enough.
Also, my engine controllers, I usually use like a really simple one that does work. Yes, I should put an inverter into my altitude hold. In numerical inverter. There should... No, of course there isn't one. You have to use a function. Also, function and then a clamp. And that clamp will be -1 to 1, and this will be x times -1, which is just invert the number. That should hold composite. Apply microcontroller. Yeah. So long story short, I'm capable of making a car piss itself. And the only reason I could it really stopped was because after cursing, I told, and putting it all on like to try and stop it, I told my dad, get the pressure off of it, because if you don't get the pressure off, then it starts to get messed up. Right, try and reach 152. Okay, let's turn that off then, and crash into the ground. So, slight issue. It still goes completely bonkers.
I was MVP again. I'm getting good at this. Or maybe in a deliver the key mission, having a fucking fighter jet that just flies to the other side of the map in like 3 seconds is pretty good.
Maybe making it react a little bit slower to things. Nice. Maybe that's a better option.
Wait, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Monday.
Yep. Tomorrow another week starts.
Which means tomorrow is salad day.
For you it is.
Exactly. I think it's actually getting me subscribers, by the way, to do that.
The
Yes.
5 per week salad update.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's actively pushing me down. I can still fight it right now. It's supposed to go to 129. So it's pushing me down, it's pulling me up. Why is it pulling me up again? I need to go to 129. That's what I've set it. What is what I've set this for? Right, it should be pushing me up slightly.
I finished Berserk, so Berserk game soon.
It is not reacting quick enough. It's going to the 150. So at least it's keeping its altitude, but it's just not doing what I tell it to do. Like it's fluctuating too much, which means it's reacting too slow. Oh hey, there goes the doors again. Stupid doors. Yeah, we are pitching wildly out of control here. Just need to go to 129. Need to roll for. Need to stabilize my roll. Plane will try to push me up. I will force it a little bit down again. It should be pushing me down. But no, it instead tries to, I'm doing 71. That's pretty deep. That's a lot better airspeed than we were going at before. That's nice.
Wait.
A lot lower propeller pitch, then aiming the nose down until we're almost at touchdown. In the meantime, trying not to stall out. There we go. Brakes. We stopped right before the railroad tracks. Let go off the brakes.
Wait,
start rolling again.
Can you go under the map? Or do we just die?
How's the fuel doing? Surprisingly still a lot. I'm carrying a lot of fuel. This is just a long distance cargo plane. Just choice. Jet engines are better, but I wanted to try something with modular engines after discovering the power of 3x3 ones. Because I've used jet engines before. I don't know if it's on a workshop, but I have created a sort of a pod that just uses just one jet engine. No control surfaces, nothing. Just you have your jet engine and that controls where you go. It's a little bit unwieldy, but it is incredibly funny. Yeah, this one goes 70 meters per second, so let me grab my calculator. Everybody should have a calculator on their desk, no matter what. So we're going 70 meters per second. I was doing a 252 kilometers per hour. There are cars faster than this specific plane, but I'm only doing 30 RPS, so I guess the derivative gain can go down a number. It times 3.6. Yeah, I was doing 70 meters per second. So technically 71. Let me change my answer. 71. It's 255.6 kilometers per hour. Because meters per second and kilometers per hour. Oh wait, yeah. Yeah, I was basically doing 255. This plane does 255 at 30 RPS.
Okay, who is
Yeah.
continuously placing freaking turrets?
Let's push to 37. That pushes up to pretty much 80. So let's replace this with 85. Yeah,
We are
this plane
losing
goes
very
with
badly.
37.5 RPS. It does basically 300. Alright, let's say it wants to do this. I'm aiming for 155, not 185. Aim down, aim up. $155. We've reached 155. Alright, keep it down. Okay, we're underneath. I know. Should... Because this plane isn't balanced. This plane tries to pull up every single time. So that means that the slight adjustments that it does don't matter at all. So instead of moving, I could move the wings forward. Also, let me quickly twist this around again. I could put the wings even more forward. Wait, that wouldn't work, right? You have to pull the wings backwards. I could pull them even backwards even more. But I could also add just weight in the front. I can also just make this part of the floor. Is it symmetrical? Yep. Weight blocks. Because I'm too lazy to do actual things, so I'm just gonna adjust the weight accordingly with whatever I want. Weight blocks. Hopefully this stabilizes the plane a little bit more. And also, I did drive my dad's car today. The car, which is a Range Rover. It is the first time for me driving in an automatic. Oh boy, don't turn it on yet. First looked at altitude. We go to one... Oh yeah, it massively overshoots. It doesn't react quick enough. I'm at 128. Alright, 128. Should be aiming me down right now.
So, Joran said that he would join later, maybe.
Jim, driving an automatic is... Ooh, meteors. Meteors. Ooh. But driving an automatic is weird. And I haven't...
I've never done it before.
It is weird, but a lot easier to do, trust me.
Yeah, we have the key mission again. I'm actually good at this.
Like an automatic is just same as a manual, but you do nothing with your left foot, and pressing the pedal makes the car go faster. Without giving any input. Like you can just press the go faster pedal. It is nice. And also because my dad's car is, even though it's a Range Rover, it is quite fast. I could punch. It did pack a punch. It was a speedy vehicle, even though it's shaped like a brick. That was a really smooth landing. Yeah, driving that car is big. Like you do have to make sure that you leave extra space for people. But once you're over that, it is just like any other vehicle. It's a car. you drive the car, I guess at a 0.1, or make it 0.5. Ooh. Yeah, SUVs, they are big. They're comfy, but I'd rather have a little bit more of a sporty car. Or something that's old. Yeah, the car I'm working on is 1969 Volkswagen. The best thing about old cars, there's not a lot in there, so there's not a lot that can actually go wrong. The problem is, things that go wrong, the little things that can go wrong, often go wrong. It's an old car, you expect, it's basically full of rust. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have too much torque, those engines. I think they pack like 50 kilowatts of power. Not sure about the torque numbers, but they should be decent. Or at least not too bad. Alright, we're gonna aim for 60. The torque numbers shouldn't be too bad. Their torque is just... See, it's aiming up already. And it is a 4-speed manual with reverse underneath the second gear. You have to push down and put it in second in order for it to start work, in order for it to shove it in reverse. And it doesn't have a reverse light yet. It is the base model. So it's weird not seeing a reverse light on a car. I am gonna put one on though for my own safety. My mom is making me put in seat belts, so I guess those are gonna go in as well. Even though they weren't in there originally, and you don't specifically have to put... Like, I've looked at the law here in the Netherlands, and apparently, if your car is from before 2010, and it didn't come with seatbelts originally, you are not required to put them in.
You're in the front, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to put them anywhere. You also don't have headrests, so if you get hit, you're just gonna have to say bye-bye to your neck. Because, yeah. The thing is, that car is not fast. Top speed, 125. It's air-cooled, so you don't want to do that, so you're probably going to do 100 to 90 at a maximum. So... yeah, on Dutch highways, you're allowed to, during the night and evening, you're allowed to do 130. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be the one that's going to be stuck behind a truck because, or semi-truck because, well, going somewhere is not an option. It's not like I can actually follow a car somewhere. They're doing 130. That removes my entire ability, all my ability to follow. Unless I want to burn the engine out and make it die. That's something I don't want to do, so... yeah, I'm gonna try and keep this car in one piece. Because breaking that car would hurt a lot. And not just sentimental value, also the wallet. The wallet will be suffering as well, and I don't like a suffering wallet, so... I'd rather not break that car.
Well, then just earn more money.
I mean, with being a mechanical engineer...
Do we decimate it 100 to 4?
Because that's the funny thing, right? Mechanical engineers are earning a lot of money. Like, our base salary probably... wait, hold on, let me calculate that with the calculator that I have here. Let's say we're probably going to earn at a base 40,000 euros a year. That is base salary. It is 3,300 a month before tax, of course, because, yeah. Let's say you start with a really good paying one and that you're going to earn 4,000 a month. Apparently mechanical engineers are kind of set. Just by choosing, I want the job that is going to be suffering. Boom, money. Because mechanical engineering is kind of suffering. You cannot tell me otherwise. Like, I like the 3D modeling bit. Where you just get to... like, my perfect job would basically be... I get to... you give me the specs. And I just do it. There are specifically people that like the calculation bit. So they do the calculations, they give them to me. And just do, alright, it's gonna have to be made out of this. Boom, done. Your thing is now made out of thing. Nice. The front should be heavier, the back should be lighter. I specifically made the back lighter, so it should be fine, right? It should be less of a tipping backwards plane. Even though it is still massively unbalanced. It could also be the RPSD engine causing all of that. But if you're looking at it from the top here, the wing seems to be pretty far back already. And if I push them back even more, there is going to be a concept of fuel lines. But I guess it won't hurt to cut them back another... No, we just want to grab the prop. Then we want to move it backwards over the wing piece. Then we want to push it all the way out to here. Everything's on there. I'm just going to cut the wing off. I'm going to push it back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. We're going to push him back 6 blocks, which is a significant distance. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And paste. And merge. And do the fuel line by removing this one, pushing this all the way symmetry mode until we find that.
Why is my cursor on the screen? There
Pipe, straight pipe.
Now it's worse. Now it's in the middle. Okay.
Like I should probably... Ooh, that gives me an idea that I'm going to do after this stream is over. Make another channel on my Discord which is like called Project Car, which I will, once I work on the car, will post updates on.
Wait, I finished one of my intern, I don't know, assignments, whatever, and
Nice.
it was approved.
Approved by the company or approved by actual
By
school? Did you just have, like, did you have all 4 of them, or is it just like the I designed a thing bit?
No, all of the, like, the reports and stuff.
Huh. So you're basically done now.
No, I've done, no, one of the, what the fuck? Like, one of the assignments.
You've done one of the 4. Yeah. I'm probably done with that as well, just to get the documentation and everything going. Why does this plane like to point up?
I did all of that already. That's what I was done with.
Why is this plane being so annoying? We we're flying upside down. Promise I just can't do two. I have to clamp these to quite a low number, otherwise they just don't work. It really doesn't like to twist at all.
I hate that the aiming in this game automatically, like it doesn't prioritize players.
Why is this plane being like this? Oh, I might know why. And it involves this little thing being entirely in the wrong place. It might be because the gyro was all the way in the back instead of being in the front where it's supposed to be, because that's where it measures the angle. Otherwise it's going to get very low numbers. So I guess that might solve the problem with the control surfaces. I guess it was just getting less accurate numbers out of it. Because the front of the gyro should be in the front, because that's where the most movement is. Alright, let's get these engines turning. Like, over the next bit, I'm gonna just keep working on the drawings. I want 34 as an altitude. Well, probably should be higher, like 46. But yeah. I guess once this internship is kind of done, then the funny thing is I do have multiple lines of work ready. Like I have one company where the luxury yacht stuff, I basically almost have a guaranteed place there.
I already know that I can work at my company.
Yeah. It's still that unbalanced.
Doesn't chest actually have that much movement?
It truly are the props, right? I think the engines and the props are causing too much thrust. So, I think Stormworks only shows the center of mass. The center of thrust is just all over the place. And the only way I can see it working now is if I add a metric fuck ton of weight to this. Yeah, I should.
What the fuck? He can clone
I should be
himself?
finished to, like, if I actually do it, because over the last few weeks or months I haven't really done anything. That's also a thing, right? Motivation has been low.
Motivation for what?
School. Intern.
Fair enough.
So then I've kind of mastered the art of looking busy. And also I didn't really care what
Right.
Like, I can look busy all the while not doing jack shit. And at this point, it's starting to hurt my performance, actually. Right, let's see if this works better. It's gonna pull up massively. Then it start to pull down massively because, yeah. Should probably put a maximum on that tilt in there as well because we're kind of crashing towards the ground. I set it to 90. Well, it should be fine, right? I should be capable of sitting in one of these seats with the incredibly low windows. Let's look at how this plane is going to continue going forward. Or I go down the stairs. Fly down the stairs, basically. Go into the cargo hold. And then push this button specifically. Because then this happens. Ammunition, mixing ammunition. I know it's possible to. Well, what kind of ammunition are we talking about here? Are we talking about something belt fed? Or are we talking about just? Oh, I think I crashed into something. What did I crash into? Rotary autocannon. You have big boxes. Alright, let's go to camera and see what I hit. Oh, there was a mountain. I kind of hit the volcano. I guess you can then have... It's kind of mixed, I guess. You would need to go box for box, so you would fire like... Let's say... If you have a big box, you fire 200 rounds of... Because, let me see. Rotary auto cannon. Let's see. It uses that, so... Ammo. I guess if you use small drums, you could get away with things like... Load this with... Frag. Load this with high explosive. Like, this would be the thing. Each box is, yeah, you won't be able to like fire one round this, one round that. Will probably be like 50 rounds of this, 50 rounds of that. I'm sure you can make a very complicated system to do that, but like, you could. Also, fragmentation apparently works quite well because it spreads over a large area, and with the way Stormworks works, as soon as you start damaging things, they quickly go wrong. Things are quite fragile. So just having the pure ability to just get a large area damaged, especially on a fighter jet, should be quite damaging.
I am so used to Armored Core just instant turning around. So it's very funny to me seeing this one of those giant mechs very slowly turn to face you.
How does this... Yeah, I guess if you penetrate enough, you go to the other side. Over-penetration is a fun thing. But I guess, does Stormworks have over-penetration? Don't think so. Maybe with armor piercing, maybe. I'm gonna grab a drink in the meantime because I have... Because ever since since Wednesday... Yeah, those boats. I guess they are really protected with like double walls and everything. Ooh, that is actually good. Alright, let me put some more water into it. There we go. Also, if I'm on the road or I'm traveling or even somewhere else but home and there isn't really like water available, or well there is, but I just get a big bottle. Like don't waste half-liter bottles. Just get 1.5 liter. You'll drink more. You'll drink more while saving money. Actually, I should, because this tilt this is a this is the number. This is like the tilt sensor. So I should probably name one of them tilt sensor. Specifically. Oh wait, I should add it because right now it measures the altitude. But it should be there should be another input with a tilt sensor. I guess this is going to become a little bit bigger because I'm going to make this more complicated. Because I'd like to have a tilt sensor. That means you're not going above a maximum amount of tilt. It's basically saying, oh yeah, you're going to cancel yourself out.
I'm gonna
Slowly
go
start
take a piss.
aiming down.
I'll be back.
Alright. But I forgot what the one was. The big one is... So the big one. So this one is going to be... Tilt sensor. No, this is going to be the alt sensor. There is going to be a pitch sensor. Wait, where does I installed that? For what purpose? This tilt sensor goes nowhere. First turn that around did not work. This is going to be a number. And where is it? Right there. Right, now we're going to do logic. I guess what I could do, a very simple thing, is put it in between here. Put a greater than a switch box. With a function. So the pitch sensor is A, and I guess greater than... Wait, this also needs a function first. Function x times 4. Wait, greater than x times 4 needs to go there, and then b is a constant number, or property number. Property number, yep, and it's going to be 0.4. So if you go above the 0.4, so you're pitching up quite a lot, then it will switch. This is x times minus 1, so you do that. Then you grab an add. Yes, it's becoming messy quite quickly, I can see that. And I guess you have to... No, wait, don't you want to do the output of the pit controller? Because you're pitching up. You're pitching up, and it should kind of... Wait, hold on. I'm kind of messing things up here. It's supposed to be like this. This is like this. So this is the thing. If it pitches up enough, then it should switch a number. Because altitude hold, it should try and aim you down. So I guess the expression It comes out of here. It should go to a switch box. And if it turns on, it grabs... It switches this value. I guess this one goes to the off value. The on value is another is this. And then that goes here. So if I've done this correctly, you pitch up, and if you reach enough, it will switch this from its off value to its on value, which means it will start pitching down. That's what this will do. It will start forcing you down. Because it will invert this number. So let's say this expression... Wait, I should put the clamp in a different place, don't I? I should probably put the clamp a little bit earlier. In the sense of, it should be right here. Going to this one and this one. Now it's... Let's say it's like... You get like 0.5. And you go above the 0.4. Then it becomes minus 0.5, which means it will be a little bit more tricky to deal with. Because now I have to deal with the tilt sensor that's involved. Also, I have been cleaning my room a little bit in preparation for moving. Because at some point in a couple of months, I will be moving. Because parents divorce. And house, one cannot keep the house, so... Yeah, Stormworks helicopters or something. Let's get the altitude hold set to... something high while aiming myself down. And then push it on. It should make us go up, and then it should start pointing us down again. Or it reaches the point, that could also be the case. There we go. Now it's going to really tip us up. Yeah, see, it does that. It starts flapping. Because you haven't reached the target altitude yet. And then once you have... What? 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 I'm a bird. What's happening? I'm gonna turn the system off now. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna lean down. I'm gonna turn it on again. Let's see what it does. Oh yeah, because you're upside down. It doesn't register properly because well, upside down is upside down. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Please pull up before I smack into the ground. There it is. There's the floor. There's the floor. They're close. Flyby. Let's see. For some reason we're tilting. We should put a tilt stabilizer on this. Normally travel to 435. Five is paused, so it starts pushing us down. It's not reacting quick enough. Yeah, I'm not sure how streaming will be if I'm in the middle of moving. I'm gonna try and keep it up as long as possible to make sure that you guys will see me streaming, and you know I can keep cranking out content. But I feel like there will be a couple of weeks where I won't be able to stream because my PC would be backed up and moving. Then I have to set it up again, and my PC has to survive the move. It'll probably have a little bit of a bigger room. That's not difficult because my room currently is less than 6 square meters. Not big. Let's turn it on. Let's turn it off again. Guess I tried to push me into the floor. I barely scraped. Wait. Wait. Oh no, everything's damaged. Oh no, everything's damaged. Oh boy. Open up the door. I need to go down. We should probably put some parachutes down here. Is this logic broken? It is. No. Let me out of here. No. Let me go. Plane's on fire. Yeah, like I should be able to move into a new place and set everything up as I had before and just continue going, but it will be we'll have a change of pace, probably. It'll be a good thing. Also, these are all channel 1. This from ground I think should be channel 2 because I think that is actually on channel 2. Channel 1, channel 2, yeah, channel 3 and 4 are not connected yet. Now. Why are we not reacting quick enough? We should be a lot more reactive to the changes. Also, I should be adding more weight to the front. I should either make the back lighter or the front heavier, but I feel like making the front heavier has a little bit of a bigger effect on stuff. This should drastically increase weight. Yeah, packing your room for moving is a lot more difficult and it's a lot more different than just cleaning your room. Because usually when you're cleaning your room, it is just like, oh well, I can keep most of the stuff, just rearrange it, make it neat and tidy again, and it will work. But preparing for moving means let's throw most of your stuff away. Because yes, thanks for the subscribe, Miyaki. Yeah. Nice. Almost a year, yeah. I mean, preparing for moving, probably should put the engines up higher. Yeah, I think that's the problem. The engines need to be higher. Cleaning my room still need to do. Made a start with that, but it's a lot more different than preparing for, you know, other stuff. It is just kind of wild because you are just you have to really throw everything away that you don't need. Because if you don't do that, you are gonna have to move a lot, because everything you throw away, you don't have to move. So Miyaki, now that I have you here, do you know what I asked? I was asking you if you had space in your room, right? Does that space in your room count for the floor space? Specifically around 2 seats wide. Oh boy, it's doing it. It's doing it. Right, push it down. Push it down. It doesn't have to go up directly. I was more thinking of a birthday gift. A quite early birthday gift. Because I think it would be a funny birthday gift to give. May I point to the sign that is behind me? They are about the same. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, right? Because my first auction and I really want one as well.
Wait.
I eventually had the highest bid like 13 of them.
Sure.
And now I only have 3 of them.
Sure,
Yes.
you can't point to the sign behind you. You have it's not visible in your stream.
Yeah, I'm not gonna... Miyaki knows what I mean.
I know, but you still
God
can't do
fucking
it.
damn. Thank you.
No,
Can you report them
that
as
was
well?
fast.
Yeah, it was Miyaki. Can you report them as well? Because it is getting worse. Significantly worse. And I'm not happy about it because selling views is pathetic. Like, why? Why sell views? But I think we could separate them into 2 seats, but it would require an angle grinder. It would require an angle grinder, and then you'd have 2 separate seats. And I currently still have the highest bid on a 3-seater first class, a 2-seater first class, and a 2-seater second class. The pickup will be painful, and I'll probably have to get it delivered, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to be there at pickup. Because otherwise I might have to ask if I can borrow a car. Yeah, I'm aware I have to get... On Monday, I got a call from them because it happened at the highest bid on 11 of them. And they said, you know, you have to come pick these up. Because it's an auction house. It's like, we're not a web shop. Yeah, that's why I'm getting them probably gonna get them delivered because they're gonna have to come from like almost half the country. Yeah, at some point. Now there are only 3. I may have gotten a bit out of hand at some point. But I only have 3 left now. The 3-seater, 2-seater, and another 2-seater. Yeah, that's why they called, and I was already aware, and I was already stressing out, at that point. It's probably total's gonna be like $600 just to get, because auctions have a ridiculous like 17% fee on them. Like, yay, I bought something. Yeah, here pay 17% more. Because we're an auction house. We get to do that. I find that bullshit. But I probably have to tell them with a profit because, you know, trainers tend to have money. I mean, the 3-parter I want to have at home, I was thinking of gifting you one. And then I have another one left, which I can probably sell. But will this fix the problem? I was thinking just... It would be a quite good present to kind of top everything. Because I know you won't be able to pick one up, so might as well... make the smart choice. Yes. Have you not realized I'm a complete idiot? One wing is higher than the other. Let me press the undo button a bunch of times. Let me press this one. Let me grab this one, pick it up again, and move it up by one more block. But I know I'm gonna have to pick them up. I know I'm gonna have to get them delivered. That's... I know everything I have to do for it. It's just a matter of doing it after I win them, and there is also still this not insignificant chance of somebody being, you know what, I'm gonna bid on these last minutes so I can get a pretty cheap price on them. There is a non-insignificant chance of that happening as well. How does my mic keep cutting out? Do I have to shove it in my mouth? Yeah, I will. I mean, it will cost me money, but I'm just assuming people are gonna overbid, because that's what often happens with auctions. Like, people are gonna be there waiting till the last minute to just pick them up. Purely because it is kind of... Well, I'm hoping, but I'm also just... It's... If you wait till last minute, you know you're gonna get one, and you know the price you're gonna get it for. It's kind of guaranteed. And also, I'm just waiting for messages to pop up, like... You have been overbid. What? Ha, that is kind of funny. Oh wait, I forgot to do the fuel. I forgot to do the fuel. I'm an idiot once more. No. That one. No, don't tap out of the game. Oh, yeah, it is saying. Alright. Should be fine. But I'm sure we can I mean, it depends. We can probably go to the place where I work on the car and grab an angle grinder and just protect the seats and then grind everything in half. They're first class seats anyway, so they have armrests on both sides. Well, just remember to take them with you. No, those are... Like, a 2-seater is not that wide. I think it's slightly improved, the way this plane flies. And this should probably aim it down a lot. I mean, worst case scenario, you have to rent a trailer. What? I said, you could... The thing is, if I get them delivered here, trailers are, at least as far as I know, can be free if you return them within the next 2 hours. If we prepare properly with an angle grind, by bringing angle grinder and then just taking it from then just grinding in half at my place, bring it to your place, one of them or both of them, within an hour, then we can bring them back and basically only have fuel prices, but no trailer prices, because that's how it works. Exactly, all I have to do is just connect that up and then put it in there. As in it's flat, it has a leak, or as in it's completely worn out. Because if it's completely worn out, then it should be fine to drive slowly enough. It's not like we're gonna go on a highway. But I just hope... Oh, it's torn. If it's just from age, then it shouldn't be that much of a problem to drive it relatively slowly. Wait. Let's see if the altitude hold works better now. If I start giving it the power of this, it should aim up and then start to aim down. And then it starts tilting downwards. So we need to, I want to go to 122. It overreacts. Wait. And why does it do this now? Every time it goes over it, it starts to just tilt up. Yeah? So what? Spring, yeah. Oh no, you know what that's gonna mean? The office I'm at is going to be a bajillion degrees. It's already 23.5 in there. At least that's what the thermostat tells. But it feels like a lot worse. So I'm gonna be annoyed by the temperature. And yet, even with that much heat, there's still there's still one dude just saying that it's cold. Like, what? Right, so it's overreacting. It doesn't react quick enough and it overreacts. Let's add like 2 zeros to this. It should improve. But yeah, I hope I don't have to be there. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to ask if I can, from family, if I can just take the car for a quick trip in the morning and then be back to pick stuff up. Because how do you manage to do Dutch and English at the same time? Right, it is doing that now. And as soon as we go over to 118, it starts to do that. Guess it. Oh, I know what's happening. I know what's happening. Yes. I know what's happening. It inverts it, but because it's that, it's gonna just, yeah. The system is not really functional in a way, especially not downwards. It only works upwards. All right, pull her up, pull her up. 118 is what we're aiming for. So turn it on. Reaches 18, reaches that. Goes to that. It goes down again. It goes up again. It starts to do this. That system to limit pitch doesn't work. Like, sure, it's a good idea, but it doesn't limit it. I'm gonna have to do it both ways. Or just delete it entirely. Delete this entirely. Boom, done. And then also remove this one. Then resize it back to what it was before. Yeah. A gyroless alt hold is... Well... Technically it does involve a gyro, but all it does is basically... Oh, wait a second. I could probably... Yeah, I know what I'm doing wrong here. There's this add, and... I'm doing it wrong. Let's see, where's the stabilized pitch? Yeah, the pitch. To stabilize the input going into the pitch needs to be from the seat and from the altitude hold. So that the adding needs to come from this one. And then you have the seat input and the altitude hold input. So this one goes to one of the add components. And then B comes from the seat pitch. So now it goes through the gyro. There we go. Yeah, I really hope I don't have to be there in person. I'll know on Monday evening, because that's when the auction ends. It ends at 8, and then I know what, so then I can actually... And otherwise, I'll go... Worst case scenario, ask some friends who have a van. Wait... Jim?
Yeah.
I have an idea who I can ask if I don't have any other options.
What?
All it involves is a oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I have no control over it now. That's messy. I have an idea. I can probably ask you if you could help me pick it up. But it has to be picked up on Friday morning, which is kind of weird. Like, you have to pick up your ordered stuff, which can be quite big, on a Friday morning, so good luck, I guess. Which, yeah. I mean, if I can lend it's kind of like a bus almost. But they should definitely fit in there. I probably will struggle to put them in there because there are seats and they're quite heavy. But if it if it needs to, I can always just ask. And of course, if I'm borrowing a vehicle from somebody, I'm leaving it with a full tank of fuel. Because that is just the right thing to do if you borrow somebody's car. Yeah, I am capable of overpowering it. It's slow, but it's overpowering. Push it down, push it up, 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 fight it. Fight it. Because as soon as it goes over, it immediately goes. It is too active now. Like, it immediately flips. It doesn't react quick enough, it reacts too much. Which the fact that it reacts too much is the fact that it's 0.5, which means 0.05. But the fact that it takes too long means that. But yeah, it should be a matter of asking if I can borrow it. And otherwise I'm gonna have to get a company involved. And otherwise it's just gonna be driving. The thing is, it's 100 kilometers away from me. It's that is around 60 miles. Right, it should be easy. It should be very easy to overpower now. Yeah, I've set it to, I set it to 80. Yeah, we're around 80 now. We're around 81. It's not reacting quick enough. Yeah, I do kind of have a place to store them if necessary, but...
Why is Neuro just an actual fucking child? I'll have you know I'm tall enough for most roller coasters.
Most of them, not all of them.
Exactly.
Alright, I've changed numbers. The problem is with things like this, the testing involved does often mean that there we go, we're in the air. Turn it on. 91. So 91. Still doesn't react quick enough. Trying to force the nose down so it doesn't react to... Yeah, 91. 91, mate. Aim for the 91. Come on. Aim for the 91. You can do it. It does display 91. It's 91.9. It's... Yeah, I think it's still doing it. I think I finally have a... And what if I start raising it to 100? Then it is a little bit messy, but it does solve itself. And if I just raise it by like 127, it does react too violently, but 127. Yeah, it is. It is solving itself. I mean, it doesn't go to 150 anymore. 27. Aim up. Nope. It's very slowly oscillating now. But it is. We are flying stable. Like I'm capable of opening these doors if they actually want to open. Ooh, nice. And then if I want them to close again, they close. I should try and improve these doors. Maybe add like another slider next to it, like these tracks. Add another slider so it's more stable. Because right now it's way too unstable. I mean, it flops around too much. Yeah, we are doing 127, and let's increase it up to like 180. Cabin lights, cockpit lights, landing lights, nav lights. Let's turn all those lights on so you can actually see what we're doing in the meantime. 181. 180.5. Yeah, we're doing it. So the auto does work, it just doesn't like it when it's moved a lot. But technically, Jim, how many different vehicles have you driven?
Hold on. Three? Think?
Let's see it. Are we talking about the same model here?
Do bicycles count?
No. I'm talking about cars. But
Right.
also a question for
So four wheels are required.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Skelter though?
4 wheels and an engine. Do you want to be pedantic?
Well, I drove my dad's lawnmower.
Let me rephrase the entire question. How many cars have you driven?
What defines a car? Why is a lawnmower not a car? It has 4 wheels and an engine.
Does it have a windshield? Is it completely covered? Or is it removable?
Not every car is completely covered.
Does it have a removable roof?
Not every car has a removable roof.
Every roof is removable if you work hard enough.
No, but some cars don't have a roof at all, and not even a removable one.
A car is a 4-wheeled vehicle with an engine that's powerful enough to make it go onto the highway. And it's also up to code according to national law.
You have not seen my dad's lawnmower.
Can you put it on the highway? If you do that, you're gonna have to blasting highway to hell. Because it would be incredibly fun.
Actually, do carts count? Because you can go on the highway with a cart. It's not a good idea, but you are legally allowed to do so.
With modifications, they do have to have lights.
No, not with modification. I mean, yeah, sure, it's not a regular go-kart, but it's still a cart.
You can make a kart street legal. If you've done that and you've driven it, then you can count it as a car.
Okay, well, in that case, I think it's only 3.
Then, for me to be pedantic. Does the same model count twice if you've driven 2 different versions of it? think your sound cut out because other was
Yeah, that's also all I said.
ah.
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, depends on how you want to look at it.
Because I've driven, if taking learner cars into account, I've driven a gasoline and a diesel version of them. A modern version as well, so that would count as 3 already. Then I've driven in my aunt's car, which is the same as your mom's car, but a little bit less fancy. Then I've driven in your mom's car. I've driven in my grandpa's car, which would already put up to 6. And I've now driven in my dad's car, which would put it up to 7.
Reckon we can upgrade that lawnmower to go on the highway.
If you know what the laws are, you can probably do it, yes. It has to reach a certain speed.
It'll be the first lawnmower with a number plate.
It has to be able to reach a certain speed, it has to have lights, it has to probably have a seatbelt or a harness.
Shit, I don't know if it has lights. It might. I don't remember.
Honestly, it's not that difficult to do.
Wait, Joe, if we take that engined, fucking wheelchair idea, would that be
Road
considered
legal
a car?
wheelchair.
Would that be considered a car? Because they have 4 wheels.
Road legal wheelchair for highway
Yeah,
use.
Exactly.
Imagine on the highway just sitting, just
Actually, someone has done that. Like, someone was arrested a couple of years ago for going on the highway with a wheelchair.
yeah, but that's probably one of those mobility scooters.
No, it was just a regular wheelchair. It was like an actual wheelchair.
And he probably didn't follow the proper laws about registering a vehicle like that.
No, it was not like an engined one. It was just a wheelchair, and he was arrested for it.
Yeah, but if you give it an engine and make it comply to all the laws and go through necessary checks,
And
then you
give it a
can
plate.
then you get a number plate. Then you can get a number plate. Then you can put the number plate on there, visible. You probably have to add a front bumper.
Just imagine you're driving and suddenly you just pass by a fucking wheelchair.
Just speed. That would be so funny. But you probably have to be strapped in there as well with like a 6-point harness. So you'll just be strapped in.
Yeah, no, it would be dangerous as shit.
Better idea. Because you're gonna have to be strapped in there. So why not motorize, just replace the wheelchair seat with a racing seat, like a bucket seat.
Would it have that? Would it be allowed that thing that, like, you know how motorcycles, if there's you know, if there's a fucking traffic jam, then they can like go in between cars
Lane splitting
to the front. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's allowed here even.
Yes, it is, but only like on the right, like on between the 2 most right lanes.
So just between the slowest lanes, because those are often the most
Yes.
congested. So that is.
Yes.
Well,
but
that's.
would a wheelchair be allowed to do that?
Depends on
Because
how it's.
it would probably fit.
Depends on how it would get classified, honestly. Like, that's the thing. It all depends on the classification it gets. If it can reach the right speed, if it has the proper safety precautions, it will get approved for highway use. You will only get a rear number plate because motorbikes don't use a front license plate.
Where would you even put the front license plate? That's where your legs are.
You put it on your dick. You put it in between your legs. You have to sit very wide. Actually, absolutely.
Actually,
bolted
good
up.
fucking question. Where would you even Would you have like foot pedals to control the engine?
I have a better idea. You'd have another meteor shower. What you do is use your right hand for throttle and your left hand for steering. You just have two kind of linear controls. Just one goes forward and backwards. Like, you know, this little RC helicopters control, RC planes.
Would there be a steering wheel?
Just no, I kind of want to work this out actually.
Would there be a steering wheel, or do you hold like kind of like with a boat where it's like the one lever?
No,
basically?
What I'm thinking is you have one lever on with your right hand, which goes forwards and backwards, which is your or just goes forwards to 0, which controls your throttle position, just how much throttle you give it. You then.
Or do you steer using the brake?
No, let's not make it unnecessarily complicated. But what I was thinking is you have one lever that just is for throttle. So you push it all the way forward, shoot it all the way through, all the way backwards, you just idle. Then you have on your left hand a stick that's in the middle that can go both ways, like left and right, that is specifically used for steering. So you can just shove it at full throttle, you would go, use your left hand for steering.
Oh my god.
What? It sounds like a dumb plan, but it might just be funny enough to work on.
We will be the first people to attempt to get a licensed wheelchair.
You're probably gonna have to replace the seat with an actual bucket seat so you can strap yourself in.
Yeah. No. What if you just add a regular, just buckle on it?
That's probably not gonna be up to safety standards.
Aww.
I think you have to have a minimum of a 3-point seat belt. But because you don't have an airbag, I think you have to go for a 6-point harness. Or at least something that prevents you from meeting Jesus by flying off as soon as you hit something.
I'm tempted to make a sketch of this, but I cannot think of how to do it.
Let's see, did that actually improve? 90... Oh my, we're actually heading in the right direction. It's a lot less up and down. It actually stabilizes. And if I were to change it to like 150, it does climb very steep. Don't get me wrong. What is it doing? I'm asking for 150, not the floor. Like, all I'm asking for is 150. I'm not asking for the entire floor. I don't need to meet the ground just yet. Alright, let's... No, go down. Up. What if I go up to 300? Fine. Make it go up to like 350, 320. I want to go above the volcano. But because we're using the gyro, it is not gonna flip upside down, right? Oh yes, it is definitely gonna flip upside down. I'm asking for 645. Luckily, I can overpower it a little bit. Let's do 645. There we go. Should be fine right now. 645. Should be able to stabilize quickly. Working that out. How's it gonna work out though? I'm gonna have to look into those laws. See if it's even allowed legally.
No.
Because we don't even have to look at what is allowed for, because first of all the wheels are gonna have to become way thicker. Wheelchair wheels are not gonna be up to the sheer power of highway speed.
This wheelchair is gonna look dumber and dumber the more we think about this.
It's gonna have a racing seat because otherwise it's gonna be all messed up.
But it does still need the 2 rings on the side that you can still manually push it as well, like when you know.
This is gonna be tricky, but I'm sure we'll be able to manage. This is gonna be, I probably moved too late, but we should stabilize enough to not crash into the volcano. But it should, like, the wheels are gonna be thick and big because, yeah. I think we should base it off the wheels, the speed, or the rest of the wheelchair, and the engine. Because if we know the wheels, we will know the rolling resistance, we will know the size, so we can know how many RPM we're gonna need, and then we know how much torque we're going to need to move that mass, to accelerate it up to a certain speed. So then we're going to look at the minimum speed required to drive it on a highway, because that is important as well, the minimum speed for highway use. Because we're not aiming for 130, we're aiming for the minimum speed. I am not going for the we're gonna do 130.
I was literally trying to fucking maximize my light using candles. And then I realized I have an overflowing honeycomb farm. I could make as many candles as I fucking need. How the fuck do you make candles? Oh, it's only one.
Alright, let's turn that on.
Nice.
Turn this on and aim it down at like 300 probably. Should be fine. Yeah, 3. I'm probably have to overpower it again, otherwise I'm gonna fucking die. Yeah, if it gets too powerful, you do have to start to correct it, otherwise it is gonna start failing miserably. Then you can start turning again. I should... Could ask... Yeah, it is gonna be a little bit tricky to ask, probably. Not sure if they would allow me to, but if I ask, I can always ask. We're gonna have to travel 12 kilometers. I'm gonna try to land this in first person. Wait, what distance to... Hold on.
Can you plant glowberries on the ground?
What?
Can you plant glowberries on the ground?
I'm not sure. Probably, no, I don't think so. No, they have to hang from the ceiling. And that should be pretty obvious from the environment they live in, actually.
I know, but are there any other plants that give off light?
And also this... Oh, this from ground, it doesn't calculate the sea. Ooh. Maybe I want to go down to like 300. 300, perfect 300. Yeah, it needs, you need some fine tuning. It's the one gain needs to go up still. It should be. Alright, I need to do multiple things this week. First of all, well, technically I need to work on school project. If I really put my mind to it, I can probably get a lot done this week. Probably the drawings can be done this week. And then all needs to be done is the actual practical bit. And then I'm gonna ask some friends if I can borrow the van to pick stuff up. And if they say no, then I know I'm gonna have to get a company to come pick those seats up, and otherwise should be capable. The only problem I could have is actually lifting it in myself or having the space, because then I can pick it up and bring it back home myself, and only gonna need like a day off. So it just require me to have a day off. And that will be on Friday, and then also I'm gonna have to figure out the rules for a fucking motorized wheelchair.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be figuring that one out.
I don't think you're gonna find any rules because it doesn't exist.
That's where you're wrong. I think I looked into it before. If you want to get your own vehicle, like a one-of-a-kind that you've made yourself, if you want to get that, like, checked,
Wait,
then
there's rules for that?
Yeah, of course. People will come up with their own creations anyway, so...
I know you can do it with a car. Like, you can modify your car and then have it, like...
Yeah, but there are also specific rules for that. Alright, I'm gonna have to use this distance from ground. So what you do is you put the pitch down to 3.7, to probably like 14. Then you're gonna be looking at this for a while. Just gonna make it slowly go lower until you've touched down. And then you realize your back is still in the air. Do you slam on the brakes? And now you've landed. And you can start rolling forward again. But basically, that's going to be my week, and I'll keep you guys updated on Wednesday. Because, yeah.
Wednesday is going to explain exactly how you can make your own motorized wheelchair.
No.
That can legally go on the highway.
It is probably going to more be like, oh yeah, I have to get the seats delivered. Or I'm gonna be picking them up myself. I have to gather the key on Thursday.
I'm gonna have daily salad updates, you're gonna have weekly wheelchair updates.
I mean, the thing is, right, after this, I want to kind of take a couple months before actually getting our diploma. I want to take those couple of months to just enjoy free time for the last
months?
Probably gonna be like 1.5 months. We're probably gonna get a diploma in like June. And we have half.
I'm just gonna go to work. I mean, I'll probably take like 2 weeks off or something, and then I'm just gonna work, man.
I'm gonna try to take this 1.5 months because then I can work on the car like crazy.
Yeah, if I say I'm gonna take 2 weeks off, that means I'm gonna edit videos or draw my comic for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and work on the car a lot because then I would have the time to do it. Then I have the time to weld, because it's gonna be warm enough as well to actually start welding, painting, all that stuff. Because currently it's too cold to use spray paint or any paint at all. So that means that trying to weld something is impossible. Because as soon as you've welded it, you have to cover it in a protective layer, which will be paint. I will not be able to do it if it's too cold, and it doesn't adhere to anything at all. So yeah, that will be a problem. But if it's warm enough, then I can say, all right, I'm just gonna be working on basically taking half the car apart, welding new metal to it because old metal is rusty and rusted through, and then enjoy a nice welded car and probably be able to start working with an actual functioning car. Because it turns out I can work really efficiently if I actually have the motivation. If I completely lack motivation, I'm unable to do anything. Jim, does that sound familiar to you?
Yes, but for me it's probably a little different because autistic.
Yeah, I should really get this for ADHD and or autism. Because at this point I've heard from multiple people that I might have ADHD or be autistic.
So, do you know that, like, I guess, good job parking, good job.
Yeah, excellent. Totally didn't clip the side.
Have you seen that? There's like a graph for productivity, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like you start, and then it goes up and up and up until it eventually kind of reaches your max productivity, and then it kind of stays on that level until you like take a break or get distracted, and then it
Yeah.
sort of resets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can at least I don't know how accurate it would be to make one for yourself, but I get the feeling that mine is completely different.
Same, because when I start, I have like, all right, let's do this. I have motivation. Then after like 5 minutes, if I'm not really interested in it, I'm like, I'm starting to lose motivation for this.
Yeah, so for me, it would be kind of like that, right? Where you never really reach full productivity. You're just kind of doing it a little bit, and then you kind of stare at it for a little bit until I hit a point where for like an hour I will be max productivity, like probably beyond it.
Yeah, like
until at some point something distracts me or it's done. And then it's back all the way down at the very little.
yeah, with me it's like, all right, I've started doing this, and then I lose motivation. That means that I get distracted, and after I get distracted, it will be just like that's what I've discovered during this internship. Like, spend most of the time just on my phone, and then I do like a little bit for like 5 minutes, then I go back to my phone again for like 15 minutes, then I do something, and I just continuously do that. And as soon as there's enough of a time crunch, I will panic mode activates, and I'll just start working quite a lot faster because, well, panic mode set in. That's basically how it works with me. Which I'm not sure if it's a good or a bad thing. But it just meant that the first couple of months for internship, I basically done jack shit. Especially with documentation. But I'm generally bad at documentation, so... Alright, how did this plane enjoy water?
Aw, candles aren't directional.
How will this plane enjoy water? Will it sink or will it float?
Like a submarine.
I'm gonna try and do a gentle landing here. I feel like I have enough airspeed to kind of pull the nose up and smack it into the water. Right, this area is completely sealed. The back sinks, but stays pretty much above water. Huh. Like, yeah, there's water in there. Like, if I go out here. This area is completely flooded. Which, obviously, these doors are not watertight at all. But even if you're in the cargo hold, you can still go here and get air.
That does not hold up to safety requirements.
Yeah, but you're generally never in the cargo hold to begin with. You're often in this area, which is completely sealed off.
Still.
So, if you were to land here, due to damage or something, the safe position is your cockpit. You'll be safe there. You'll be able to...
Shouldn't it be the passenger area the safest place?
They can suffer.
There's a reason that it's like the whole thing of like the captain sinks with the ship.
Yeah, but if you take the war approach, the captain is way more valuable than the vessel. Or at least that's how it works with aircraft. You rather save your pilot than your aircraft, because if your aircraft goes down,
Yes,
you're in
but
a lot more trouble.
Joe, what it means is that the captain goes off ship last.
Yeah, so you want them to be the safest, right?
No.
There is some sense in that. Since they're going to be in there the longest, you want to give them the biggest chance of survival. So you want to keep them in there the longest. So you want to give them the biggest chance of actually making it out alive.
That's not how this works.
Am I wrong, though? There is some piece of logic there.
I guess so.
Since if you can simply make a graph of how safe they need to be against how long they're going to be in there.
Wait, how long are you even gonna stream? Don't you need to go to your job tomorrow?
Yes. Am I used to getting 4 hours of sleep every night? Also, yes. Made that a tribute to my lack of motivation? Big chance. I've reached a point where it will hold this angle because I'm increasing the altitude hold. It tries to go there, but it keeps going up, and it doesn't get a chance to push down because, well, yeah. Alright, let's see how this stabilizes. Done. So I'm going to deafen myself real quick. And press a button. Because I'm going to be ending it here soon because time. It's just a time constraint that I'm under. So yeah. If you like what you saw and want to see more of it, make sure to interact with the content. Let me know what you thought of it. If you like to see different things, I'm always open to feedback. You can do that through the Discord, which is down here. You know, here. You can find that in chat for !Discord or channel subscriptions. If you want to go to my YouTube channel, which will be the VODs of this, it will be also available with descriptions channels, !YouTube. I should probably put this on this screen as well. Next stream will be just according to schedule, which will be Wednesday. Probably will be Duro Valley once again because more money for more stuff, for more jobs. Looking for the demonstrator E2 again because last time I couldn't find it after looking everywhere. So I guess we're just trying to get all the licenses first. And yeah. I'll see you guys next Wednesday with another stream. And I'll keep you guys updated on how getting the seats here is actually going. So yeah, with all that said, a very pleasant couple of days or start of your week or day, night, whatever. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Goodbye.